I'm Jonathan Higgins, and I'm a printmaker. And I'm the owner of Manneken Press, which is a print publishing business. And I do fine art printing, such as the things you see behind me. These are etchings, and these are a group of 6 color aquatint etchings by a New York artist named Jill Moser. Printmaking is it's a fine art medium, and it is well, nowadays the definition of it has become a little cloudy because digital printing has become so ubiquitous. But basically, the thing that I'm doing with these prints, for instance, these color aquatints or etchings, it's basically the same process that Rembrandt made when he was making etchings. It's taking a metal plate, using acid to etch line or texture into the plate, and then putting ink into the plate, wiping it away, printing it through a press on paper. And of course, a couple of things happen when you do that. You have your plate, then you put your paper onto the plate after it's been inked. You run it through the press, and then you pull the paper off, and it's reversed. It's a mirror image of what is on the plate. So that's one unique thing about printmaking. Also, on the back of the paper, you can see the impression of where the plate was. That's the amount of pressure that the plate goes through while it's being printed impresses the plate actually into the paper. And like I said, it's a fine art medium, and it's one where it takes a skill, sort of a skill set, and also equipment that sometimes artists don't necessarily have themselves, so they'll work with a printer like me. And some artists have made a lot of prints, like Picasso was just a very productive printmaker. Of course, he was a painter and sculptor and ceramicist too. But I think a lot of artists are interested in the collaborative aspect of printmaking and the process. So there's sort of a direct process in painting or drawing where you're actually working directly on what's going to be the finished piece. In printmaking, there's a process where you have the copper plate, and then you'll paint, with something to an acid-resistant ground to stop out the areas that you don't want to etch. And then there's the etching process, and then you pull a proof and look at it and see what it looks like, and maybe you want to change the color, or you want to add more or subtract some areas of the image. So there's all these things lead up to the final product or the final image. So there's a process that you have to go through, and I think a lot of artists kind of enjoy that, and the sort of it's just a different way of making art and an image than like a very direct